The Diablo 4 open beta weekend is officially here, which means many of you are just getting through your journey in Diablo 4. Now, it is pretty easy to get to level 25, but if you're trying to do as much as you can in this short open beta weekend, then this video is definitely going to be for you. Now, you may be wanting to level multiple classes or trying to min-max as much as you can to experiment with different builds, and this is going to be the video that you need to do basically everything you want in Diablo 4 in a very quick amount of time. Very quick amount of time? I'm not sure how that's supposed to go. But regardless, we're going to be doing something that I guess it's not really an exploit. It's just kind of taking advantage of the way Diablo 4 works with its instances and servers. And what we're going to be doing is farming up these events for tons of experience, money, legendary items, pretty much everything that you could need, and one item specifically you're going to want for farming up your aspects and legendary armor to become super powerful and experiment with various builds in Diablo 4, which in my opinion is one of the funnest things to do in Diablo 4, is really experiment with all of the different things that you can do. Now we're going to be farming up these murmuring obols. You get 35 of them per event, and with this trick you'll be able to farm these events to be able to power level any of your characters, get tons of murmuring obols and legendary armor. Now you'll be able to do this the second you unlock the ability to free roam the map. So once you get to Koivashad, you'll be able to start free roaming, and this event is literally just outside of the town. All you need to do is run up to this location just northwest of the main town. And what we're going to do is, if you don't find an event here, we're just going to move up just a little bit to this little nook right here. And then we're going to teleport back to town. Once in town, all we need to do is just go right back through that portal. And then when we get back into this portal, it actually gives us a chance to respawn this event, because what it's doing is it's actually switching instances. If it's not here, we're just going to do it again. We're going to continue repeating this process until the event comes back. Now, sometimes you'll get luckier than others, where every time you teleport back and forth, the event will be here. And sometimes it'll take a few minutes before you'll actually find the event again. But more often than not, when you teleport back and forth, you're going to be getting these events to spawn. And it's honestly so much better than farming the dungeons, because you're getting money, you're getting tons of XP for it. And you're also getting those murmuring obols, which is going to come in really handy for min-maxing your character and getting all of the aspects that you want. And I'm going to show you exactly how to spend these obols as well, so that way you're not wasting them, and you can get these specific legendary loot and aspects that you want to be able to boost your character. Now, if you're encountering a situation where it doesn't seem like it's throwing you into a new instance, there's another way you can do this as well. You can open up your menu and then go to Game, and then go to Leave Game. Don't hit the Exit Diablo game and sit in the queue for an hour. Hit Leave Game, and this will bring you back to the Character Select menu once you hit the, are you sure you want to leave the game? And then once we do this, just select your character, log back in, and this is guaranteed to put you into a new instance with another chance at spawning the event. Now, the Leaving Game method, I think, in some instances might be about the same speed, so if you don't want to teleport to and from town, it's another good method as well. And honestly, I think it has a higher rate of actually spawning the event than the teleporting back and forth. But regardless, no matter what you do, it's really easy to get these to spawn, and oftentimes you'll spawn into it towards the end of the event, which means you'll be getting all of these obols even faster. Now that we know how to level up quickly and get these murmuring orbs, we're going to go into how to actually use these orbs. What we can do is let's go to the collections and check out the Codex of Power. Now, you want to sort this by your class only, so if you click in on that button to sort it to your class only, you can see all the different options you have here. So you have defensive, offensive, resource, utility, and mobility. Now, there's specific ways that you can actually target this when gambling and using your murmuring orbs to get that specific aspect. So what I recommend doing is looking through these and figuring out which aspects you want, and then we can target those with your murmuring orbs. Now, I believe I need a resource one for this build, because I'm using bones here, so I want to look for, I believe it is... your golem has a 10% chance. Now, blood orbs reduce your ultimate cooldown by 0.5 seconds. So this is the fast blood aspect. Now, when you're gambling with your murmuring orbs, you want to make sure you spend them on the right things. I've got an overlay on the screen which goes over which items you want to buy for which type of aspect. With gloves, you have the chance of getting an offense or a utility for 25 orbs each. Then for the helm, you have a chance for resource, boots is mobility, and pants are defense. Now, since I would like to get a resource one, I need to buy the helmet or the cap over and over and over, hoping for a legendary one. So we've got 420, that means we got about 10 that we can buy right now. So it's a blue, See if we get a legendary. All right, we got our first legendary, and let's check to see what this was. So your maximum number of skeletal warriors is increased by 2. That's not what we're looking for, although that looks really freaking cool. That's not what we're looking for at the moment. So that means we got to keep buying more of these. And this is why doing this event that way, being able to farm it, is really, really effective for trying to do this, because you go through a lot of orbs trying to farm up these aspects. Unfortunately, we only got 1 legendary that time, but we can farm up more and try again. Now, before we get into the rest of this with all of the aspects, there's actually a way to get incredibly high item power level items in the game. There is one particular enemy that you can farm up to get items all the way up to 450, and I think even 460 item power. These are going to be the best items in the game that you can get. Now, some of them will actually show up as requiring like a level 27, 28 or higher, but we can actually change this to be lower level, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do this right now. Now, there is only one place to be able to farm this boss up, and if you're in Koivashad, you're going to want to go south. And if you have the Nevesk waypoint, you can go there. There's also, if you clear this particular stronghold, there's another waypoint that you can get, and you can just run right down this road. And it's right in this location here. Now, if you get here and the level 35 elite boss thing isn't actually there, oh, there it is. It's on a 6-minute respawn timer, but we can actually farm this up a lot faster than that if we want. When it dies, make sure to be careful. Don't get too close to it. You can die really easily. It's going to always drop the Mace of Blazing Furor, which is pretty much garbage unless you're a melee like a barbarian or something like that. You can actually lower the level of this too. The stats on some of these items can be very good, and especially if you want like the +1 ranks, sometimes they'll have like +2 of a rank, and they'll have a multiple of those as well, so they can become really, really powerful. Now, if you get here and the boss isn't here, or you have just killed it, all you need to do is the same thing we did for the events. You're going to teleport back to town, and then once you're in town, go back through your portal, and it'll put you in a new instance with a chance to have that boss there again. Now, once you've gotten some legendaries with some aspects that you like, and some of the high level yellow or even legendary gear, we can start actually setting this up for equipment that we can use and min-max it. So we've got the Lord's Talons here, which is 438 item power in comparison to our 440. So these, not necessarily the best boots, but I want to see if I can get something a little bit better. And what we want to do is you want to make sure that you enchant your items before you turn them into legendaries. So right now, requires level 27. We're going to fix that. But I would like to maybe get something better than Corpse Tendrils because I don't use it. So let's see if we can roll for something a little bit better. We've got 12 strength. Don't really need that. Let's just go ahead and replace. And then we're going to try it again and see if we can roll for something better. 15 intelligence. I guess that's better than strength. And you can keep doing this as much as you want to kind of roll for whatever you need. I'm just not getting lucky with this. I was hoping to be able to get a different skill up or something like that. And I think I'll keep it right here. But the moral of this story is you want to roll for your enchantments before you turn them into legendaries right now. Now, if you have an item that has really good stats and you want to be able to equip it, even though it's higher level, what we can do is we can extract an aspect from one of the items that we already have, like this. So deal 23% increased damage while you have a barrier active. We're going to extract that essence, and then we're going to put it on the higher level item. Now, I have a couple here, and I'm not sure which one I want to use. So this one's actually quite a bit worse than my current boots, so I'm not going to change that. Then we have this armor here, which is not great. I guess I can show you on here real quick what to do. So let's go ahead and equip an aspect. So we've got the maximum number of skeletals. We can increase by 2. And you'll notice here that it's still, well, actually, it actually fixes itself. So now it is only required level 7, but it keeps all of the same stats, and it adds on your aspect. So now you can actually equip these boots. So if we go into our inventory, you can see now it doesn't require level 27, keeps all the same stats, and we can equip it. Unfortunately, they're worse than my current boots, but that's essentially how you min-max currently in the Diablo 4 open beta. And I'm assuming it's going to be very similar when the game fully releases, so that way you can really max out all of your gear, apply aspects, and make sure to roll for the best stats possible. So hopefully this clears up a lot of the different mechanics currently in Diablo 4. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.